See, a smart person would have opened the taps to release the pressure from the hot water system.
What are you trying to say?
And then even smarter person would not have stood right in front of the plug as it was removed. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is James and this is Killing It Country. In the last video, we blew the water out of all of the underground potable water system for these RVs. In this video, we're going to winterize this thing. So, stick around, let's do it. Frosty the Snowman. Well, here she is. So what's the first thing you figure? Open all the low points?
What?
Pull all the caps off the low point drains? So back here is where the hot water heater is on this camper. So we're going to open up that door, and right at the bottom, see that black plug with the yellow Teflon tape? We're gonna pull that plug out of there, and that will let the water drain out of the hot water tank. You have that socket ready to go, all the time? You just leave it here?
There's pressure there.
A little bit of pressure. Wow, look at the size of that anode too. See, a smart person would have opened the taps to release the pressure from the hot water system.
What are you trying to say?
And then even smarter person would not have stood right in front of the plug as it was removed. However,
You mean the guy with the camera?
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh my gosh. Well, that's not gonna get any more exciting than that is right now. So we'll just let that drain. Let's go pull the low point drain. I'll show you where that is. See that cap down there? That is connected to the water tank, I believe. So I'm gonna climb under there and we'll pull that out. Let that drain. And we'll put this somewhere we can find it easily in the spring. So I can go get a couple jugs of antifreeze and bring them over to the slam compartment there, and we can get ready. I hate winter. I hate winter. Oh man, I still gotta build 5 more of these friggin' patio heaters too for this Christmas market. All right, RV antifreeze. What do we got? Winterproof, good to -50. RV, vacation home, pool, hot tub, boat, septic system, non-toxic, protects water lines, safe for metal and plastic parts. My goodness, that just seems like the perfect thing. So there's a wall in here that we need to take out. It's a false wall and will give us access to the pump and a short section of hose. So what do we got in here? That's the large kind of ribbed line is your fill line for when you don't want to fill up your tank with water. This line here is the suction side of the pump, and that's the discharge side. And you can see down here that the suction side of the pump has a T in here to this, this selection valve, so you can decide whether you want to actually pull water from the tank, which would be down here, or you can decide whether you want to pull from this section of hose here, which is just cut open at the end, and is what we're going to stick down into these RV antifreeze jugs. It's not going to be pulling from the tank at all right now. It's going to be pulling from this jug. So that's it. Let's go inside with Dad, and or to wherever he's going. We're following you so we don't miss one piece of the action. Your pump's probably not on.
No, the pump's on. I just turned those taps off.
Oh.
I opened them to let air in.
Oh, you planned ahead?
No, I opened them to let the air.
Oh, Frosty the Snowman. It's gonna as soon as you turn the pump on, it's gonna pressurize the hot water tank too, and you have the cap open. I know. So you're gonna. What should we do there? Just put the cap back in loosely, or you want to just do? You're gonna have to put a little bit of hot water back there, I would think.
Yeah.
Because there's an outdoor shower back here too that we need to do.
Yes, it's got to be winterized too.
Yeah, I would think the first step would be to just get the bulk of the water out of things by opening the drains, right? Because you want to replace the volume in some of those cavities with a little bit of antifreeze, and you don't want it mixing with the water because it will reduce your your anti-freezing capabilities. You want that stuff to be good right down to 50. If you mix it half with water, you're not going to be good down to -50. You'll only be good down to whatever. I guess -25 would make sense. So that looks like it's slowing down a little bit. So that's back on now.
It's back in.
I just heard the pump come on. Where are you going to do? You want to do the outside taps first? So that pump's going to be sucking water out of that jug outside now.
There, see,
Look at
red
that.
or green, pink already.
Already we have pink here, which is good. We used to do all sorts of boating on Georgian Bay, and we would always drag out the season as long as humanly possible to maximize every weekend up there that we could, but it always meant you were winterizing in the worst conditions. Oh, that's your jug is empty. That's why it sounds like the pump's not running. Duh. Note to self. That emptied very, very quickly.
So is the pump running?
The pump is running, yeah, the pump was running fine, but it was under no load, so we couldn't hear it. So this is the kitchen now.
Kitchen cold.
Yep. So most of that first jug went into the hot water tank, for sure. Cool, I'm gonna go and see how much is left in that jug, and I'll grab you one of mine if need be. Oh, she's pretty empty. When you think you have enough antifreeze, just double what you think. There's jug number 3. Cheaper to spend an extra 15 bucks on antifreeze than rip this stupid thing apart. I mean, I like making YouTube content, but we don't want that. Pressure relief valve. It's definitely nice and pink. And the pump just built up pressure and shut off on its own. So we're full of pressure everywhere. So you can open those.
So that's hot pink. Perfect.
Hot pink, eh?
It's hot pink.
Oh, we love hot pink. All right. So now we're back in here. We're doing the hot side. I would imagine it's not going to get much more pink than that. This one's going to go pink fast because we're close to the back of the camper. Those are good. Nice. Oh, the Thunderbox.
Right there.
So here's the outdoor shower, and that hose is probably going to be stiff and brittle because there's no heat out here. So pretty much it, eh?
Yeah.
Not a whole heck of a lot to winterizing these things. It's not rocket science. Just don't stand in front of the plug when you're taking it out, and make sure you know where all the low point drains are. And always buy one more jug of antifreeze than you think you actually need. This is where you would hook a garden hose up to this camper if you wanted to just have your potable water system be charged from a garden hose instead of relying on the actual pump. So there's fresh water that goes in here, and there is the possibility that there is a section of potable water in here that is full of just water, which of course expands when it freezes and can risk cracking the pipes. So we need to find a way to push some water through that. And I suspect the way to do that is with a pump or something, you would think. We're gonna have to revisit that, I think. All right, guys, well, with the exception of putting a little bit of antifreeze inside that city water connection port, that's gonna be it for the RV. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm not sure what's coming up next, but I'm sure we'll think of something. Consider subscribing if you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.